Hello guys and welcome to another week's episode of Shots Fired on Hillet Sport TV. My name is Chuka the Vibe Man, aka Minister for Good Sports, and here it's another week of intriguing things happening in the world of sports, particularly football. Stay with me, don't go anywhere, because I have an amazing guest. He's been here before actually, so we're going to talk about a whole lot of things. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button below here and get more updates, okay? Don't go anywhere. Yes, we're back like we never left. My name is Chuka, like I told you earlier before the show started. I'm here with Kenne. He's been here before.
Good morning, welcome to the show. I'm glad to be here once again.
Okay.
I've been looking forward to the show for the past 2 weeks.
For the past 2 weeks. Okay, the last weekend was an interesting one for the Premier League. Now let's start with Kevin De Bruyne. A whole lot of things has happened. Liverpool refused to win again. Would I put it that way? Like they refused to win again. Yes. So now, but let's start with Manchester City. What do you think? We all know that Kevin De Bruyne is a talisman when it comes to midfield. He has his records to show for all these things. So now, what do you think is the impact of his injury on the present and on the long run?
I don't think there's anything that will have a star man like Calvin De Bruyne that will not get affected. But we've seen over the years that Pep Guardiola has been able to create a machinery that works for him. Remember the last time they won the league that Calvin De Bruyne only played 19 matches. And Man City were still able to find their way to win it. So I believe that's similar to what going to happen. It's not that they are not going to beat, but they have other players that have stepped up to the plate this season. This season in the Premier League, they don't have up to. They have players that are coming up with goals every year around. I don't think there's any Manchester City player that has up to 5 goals in the Premier League this season. Ronaldo and Messi, all of them are scoring. I think that they are going to continue from where they started, despite
Okay, so there's no direct impact really. Well,
it's going to show that Kelvin, that is normal creativity and everything, but overall, if you look at the fixtures they are going to play in the coming weeks, where it's going to Sheffield Wednesday, Brighton, and all of them before the Champions League come, I think the only really big game they are going to play is Liverpool, if you know how Liverpool are with the players that are out of their team. So I think it's not that it's not going to affect them, it's going to affect them, but those matches that are supposed to be, they're still going to win.
But now, talking about Liverpool, really, a whole lot of persons are asking, your club came to Liverpool, they gave him a chance to build a team. 2019, got to the Champions League final, was dealt with by Real Madrid. That's an experience that comes from here. The next year, they bounced back, won the Champions League. The year later, what they did was they won the Premier League, which was the first time they are winning the title since it was named Premier League in 1992. So now, looking at their situation right now, they have not scored in like how many matches? Really, what do you think is wrong with Liverpool?
It's difficult to say really, because you look at those players, despite the fact that they have injury worries at the defense and some other parts of the league. These are basically players that did all these things. They have achieved a lot for them in the past 2.5 years. And just like everything stopped working, nothing is working. Salah is no more scoring. Firmino is in a wretched form. Mane is no longer driving our defenders as he used to. And the impact of Thiago has not been felt. Just like it's not there. It has not been working. Henderson tries his best, but it's not going. Arnold loses the ball every game, every given game. It's not just working for them. The only player that can raise his head high in Liverpool and say that he did not win this Liverpool back is Pepe. And even at that, his best is not enough to keep the team up. And a run of 1 win in 7 games is too bad. It's too bad for the team of Liverpool. And
who are coming back as champions.
Yes, and you know that if you trace your club history from minus 05 to Tottenham, just like there's a that between which you still will end that division, they will go on a high that everybody will be wow and all of a sudden. So I don't want to say that that's what's happening, but from the look of things, the result don't change. You might be entering that territory. They have Spurs to play on Thursday, then West Ham, Leicester, and Manchester City play their 4 out of their 5 games. So you're not going to get much easier. And I believe the next stream might be the Premier League for that to decide where the season will go from.
Okay, so now that's super nice. Now moving further, let's use that to point at the role of coaches in making players better. Because you're in club, I think he was the person that initiated the confidence in his team that made them to go on that run that they had. Really, that home, not having this defeat at home for a long time. It was still it was the architect really. So what is the main role of coaches in making players better?
I think the coach is responsible for the tactics. The coach is responsible for the condition players go out there to play on the pitch. Coach, the club came to Liverpool and decided what he wanted, and he went into buy the players that fit into what he wanted to do at Liverpool, and he's working for them. And I think for me, in my own opinion, bulk of the work rests on the players.
Okay.
Bulk of the work rests on the players. It's not the coach is there to guide you, but as a footballer, you have to tell yourself, okay, it's left for me to go and implement this thing that the coach tells me to do. Finally, it's about players putting in their best and guided by the coach.
Okay, so now let's also head over to, because we're touching almost all the top teams in the English Premier League. Let's touch Pepe. Nicolas Pepe was bought by Arsenal to act, to fill that void of the playmaker that they needed. Ozil was not feeling it for. I don't know whether Ozil was getting affected by age. He entered Arsenal when he was around 23, but so he's living now that he's around 32 years of age. Okay, so is Pepe a flaw because his impact on the team has not been noticed the way the time he came up, he was seen as that guy. Really. So is it safe to say that Pepe is a flop?
He's a flop. Yeah. He's a bad buy pass. It's obvious that daylight now that Pepe is a flop at Arsenal. Last season we gave him the whole of last season to relax, get his confidence back and and this is almost halfway through the new season and he's not starting games. Saka and Swiss Row where he's starting games ahead of him at Arsenal. Shows you everything you need to tell about his career at Arsenal. And it shows that Arsenal would have been better off spending that amount of money on any other player. Like for example, that time Zaha recently revealed that Emery talked to him about coming to Arsenal, but the hierarchy at Arsenal preferred to spend their money on Messi. It's been a flop. It's obvious.
Okay, so let's move away from the English Premier League right now to Germany. How do you see the German title race? Before it was being dominated by, the teams of Bayern Munich and all of. Right now, it seems that there's been a change somehow. So, what do you think, and which teams do you feel are going to finish in top 3 or top 4 or whatever they have there?
I think the thing that happens in Germany is the club that has been nearer to Bayern Munich in recent times has been Dortmund. Over the past 2 seasons, they've shown a great level of inconsistency that it's difficult to associate them with the title. They have players that can do the job, but they are not doing the job. Then Bayern on their own this season have not been invisible, but we find out that at key moments, like over the weekend now, Dortmund lost, RB Leipzig lost. These are the two clubs that are expected to go and challenge Bayern for the title. And you know that it's just that Bayern have their own weaknesses, but the other teams are not able to capitalize. I feel that it's going to come, it's something that is going to come gradually. They can't do more than but this is
because there's something, it seems as if there's an existence in the German Bundesliga. It seems all of them are working to build Bayern Munich. Like you see, once they develop players and all that, Bayern Munich comes and buy. And
maybe could that be the reason why Werner is not doing well? Because Bayern
it could be. Another thing I'm kind of asking is it that there's this monopoly of it's kind of boring. Because I remember Benny McCarthy when he was winning the league ceaselessly with Porto. It was like he's leaving to come to Blackburn Rovers then because seeing them win the league every year, it's becoming boring. Well, let's see what can happen about that. Erling Halaand is another player that has been balling out of the German Bundesliga, playing for Borussia Dortmund. And he has 29 goals in 28 Bundesliga games now. So now, do we see him? Because there'll be videos of him showing where he's training in the mountains and all that, with a whole new level of energy and that. do you see him outscoring Ronaldo and Messi in the next few years? It's kind of a difficult topic to watch, but with the way he's going, really, and I know we put Pepe on that level, but now Haaland is showing us another level entirely. Do we see him outscoring Ronaldo or Messi in the next few years?
I think I prefer to place those two guys as aliens. What you talking about? We're really not supposed to be using them to set standards for normal human beings.
Every day they wake up, every match they play is a new record broken.
So I think we need to come down to the level I feel Haaland can be able to achieve what he wants to achieve. But he's a good goal scorer. That's the thing. If you give him a chance, he will score. That's what you know about him. And I know that given the level of development he's having, from moving from RB Salzburg to Borussia Dortmund, these are two clubs that can develop young players to become world leader. I think he's going to do well for himself in the next 5 years. But reaching that level of Ronaldo and Messi, can't see.
Well, it's all good. Let's just see how that one is going to play out. Don't forget, it's still tuned to Hele Sports TV Shots Fired. My name is Chuka, and I've got this amazing guest here with me, Mr. Kenneth. Mr. Kenneth, how's it going? It's going on well, right?
Yeah, it's going on well.
Okay, all good. Now, away from the Bundesliga right now, let's head over to the La Liga, where a whole lot of persons were surprised in the weekend that Hazard came out and were like, okay, an assist and a goal at the 45th plus 1 minute, and a whole lot of persons were like, is Hazard back? Really? What do you think his new form says about the state of Real Madrid right now? Because we used to talk about it last week that Zidane is not getting some things right and all that. So, is he back?
I think Hazard needs to perform for Real Madrid more than what Real Madrid needs, because I feel he's not undroppable in that. And for somebody they spent £100 million, he's supposed to be somebody that doesn't start coaching, but you know that he's been up for injuries here and there. And it's a good thing that he won the man of the match award, but to say he's back is too early. There are other run of games that tell us whether Hazard is truly back or maybe somebody like that.
Okay, well, it's going to, because Madrid has a whole lot of players who could have filled into that status, and I think they should just quit thinking about replacing Ronaldo, because there's no way. You just have to bring up another player with a different directed kind of potential. So that's that for that. We are wrapping up with the seriaA. Now, how do you see the seriaA title race, or is it closed up already by AC Milan?
It's not closed up already. It's getting lighter at the top. Like Inter Milan could take advantage of AC Milan's shoes. Juve won their game yesterday, but they got up to. And Napoli lost. And Roma too are also in the lead. A lot of things are going to be happening from now to February for the Champions League. And I already tipped Inter for the title, and I'm still sticking with them, despite the fact that Lautaro Martinez continues to frustrate them. I don't know how Lukaku doesn't beat up that guy. He's just making some guys are always I still tip them too.
Knowing that he's kind of the person that owns the playmaker status right now. Mauro Icardi is no more around. Really, so it's just you. It's all on you right now, and it would be nice for a change that the Scudetto gets scooped by a team like an Inter Milan. It's boring. Like I told you earlier. Once you see a team winning the league all over and all over again, like that's especially the time Juve was for like 12 consecutive years. Oh no, it's too much. All right. Thank you guys so much. I had such an amazing time with Kenneth here. Okay, my name is Chuka. Please don't forget to subscribe to Hele Sports. Big things are coming. A whole new series of exciting episodes are coming. Please hit the subscribe button below. Okay, join us next time for an amazing episode. Bye for now.